Are you storing tomatoes in your fridge? Stop making these 20 food storage mistakes. Have you ever wondered why certain foods lose their flavor or texture over time, even when stored in the fridge? It turns out, not all foods thrive in cold temperatures. Some, like tomatoes and bread, deteriorate faster or lose their taste altogether. The fridge is a powerful tool, but using it for everything can lead to spoiled flavors, wasted money, and disappointment at mealtime. In this detailed guide, we'll explore 20 common food storage mistakes and show you how to keep your groceries fresh for longer. From fruits and vegetables to condiments and oils, discover how a few changes in your storage habits can make a world of difference. 1. Fresh herbs. Do you store fresh herbs like cilantro, parsley, or basil in the fridge? Stop now. While refrigeration can keep herbs cool, it also saps their moisture and makes them wilt faster. Instead, treat herbs like flowers. Place their stems in a glass of water on the counter and cover them loosely with a plastic bag. This will keep them perky and flavorful for days. 2. Bread. Think keeping bread in the fridge prevents mold? In reality, refrigeration dries it out, making it crumbly and tasteless. Instead, store bread at room temperature for up to 4 days. For longer storage, slice it and freeze it. You can toast or warm it directly from the freezer, and it will taste freshly baked. 3. Tomatoes. Refrigeration is the enemy of tomatoes. It breaks down their texture and kills their natural sweetness. Instead, keep tomatoes on the counter until they're fully ripe. Eat them within 3 days of ripening for the best taste. If you like cold tomatoes in your salad, refrigerate them for an hour before serving. 4. Potatoes. Cold temperatures turn the starches in potatoes into sugars, resulting in an unpleasantly sweet taste. Store them in a paper bag in a cool, dark place, like a pantry or cellar. Avoid storing potatoes near onions, as they release gases that speed up spoilage. 5. Bananas. Bananas thrive at room temperature. Refrigerating them halts the ripening process and darkens the peel. If you want to keep bananas fresh longer, separate them from the bunch. For smoothies, freeze ripe bananas in slices and store them in an airtight bag. 6. Citrus fruits. Citrus fruits like oranges, lemons, and limes don't need to chill. Refrigerating them can make their rinds harder and reduce their juiciness. Store them in a fruit basket on your counter, ensuring they're not piled too closely to prevent mold growth. 7. Honey. Honey is nature's miracle food. It never spoils. Refrigerating honey crystallizes it, making it thick and grainy. Store honey in a tightly sealed container at room temperature to preserve its golden, syrupy consistency. 8. Coffee. Refrigerating coffee might seem like a good way to keep it fresh, but it actually exposes the beans or grounds to moisture and odors from other foods. Store coffee in an airtight container in a cool, dry cupboard to maintain its bold flavor. 9. Onions. Onions are prone to sprouting and rotting when refrigerated due to the moisture inside the fridge. Keep them in a cool, dry place with good air circulation. A mesh bag or basket works well. Remember to store onions away from potatoes, as their gases accelerate spoilage. 10. Garlic. Much like onions, garlic doesn't do well in the fridge. The cold causes mold to form and dulls its potent flavor. Instead, store garlic in a ventilated container in a cool, dark place for several weeks of freshness. 11. Avocados. Avocados don't ripen well in the fridge. Leave them on the counter until they reach your desired ripeness. Once ripe, you can refrigerate them to extend their freshness for a few extra days. 12. Cucumbers. Did you know cucumbers can become slimy and lose their crunch in the fridge? Store whole cucumbers at room temperature for optimal texture. Once cut, wrap them in plastic or store them in an airtight container in the fridge. 13. Dried spices. Refrigerating dried spices isn't necessary and can ruin their flavor. Condensation from the fridge's humidity can make spices clump together and lose potency. Keep spices in a cool, dry pantry for maximum freshness. 14. Oils. Oils like olive oil and vegetable oil don't belong in the fridge. Cold temperatures cause them to solidify or form an unappealing cloudiness. Store oils in a dark, cool spot in your kitchen instead. For nut-based or specialty oils, refrigeration might be needed, but check the label for guidance. 15. Peppers. Whether it's sweet bell peppers or spicy chili varieties, storing them in the fridge can rob them of their crunch. Keep peppers in a paper bag at room temperature. If you've cut one, refrigerate the leftovers to retain moisture. 16. Pickles. Thanks to the vinegar and salt brine, most pickles are shelf-stable even after opening. Refrigerating them is optional, though it can keep them crunchier for longer. If you prefer room temperature pickles, store the jar tightly sealed in a cool spot. 17. Stone fruits. Fruits like peaches, plums, and cherries are best left to ripen on the counter. Once fully ripe, eat them quickly for peak flavor. If you need to store them longer, refrigerate only briefly and consume within a day or two. 18. Winter squashes. Hard-skinned squashes like butternut, acorn, and spaghetti squash don't need refrigeration. They can last for weeks, even months, in a cool, dark area. However, once cut, refrigerate the pieces in an airtight container. 19. Melons. Whole melons like watermelon, cantaloupe, and honeydew should ripen at room temperature. Refrigeration slows the ripening process, which can compromise flavor. Once cut, wrap the pieces tightly in plastic and refrigerate. 20. Eggs. Region-specific. In some regions, eggs are sterilized and require refrigeration to remain safe. In others, they're left unwashed, maintaining their natural protective coating. Understand your local egg storage practices to ensure safety while preserving flavor. Final thoughts. Making these small but significant adjustments to how you store your food can save you money, reduce waste, and enhance the flavors of your meals. Next time you're unpacking groceries, think twice before placing everything in the fridge. A little extra care goes a long way in keeping your food fresh and delicious. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to subscribe, and turn on the notification bell, so you don't miss any new videos. Let us know your thoughts about this video in the comment section down below, and feel free to stay and enjoy it until the end. Also make sure to check out our next highlighted video, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.